This is Matrix Lord 212, and I know this will never be answered. I was talking to a friend on Skype, but there is a question I have for Stephen Moffat, and I know it will never be answered, but I'm kind of crossing my fingers and hoping that even if it isn't answered, he'll probably see this video, I hope. They don't even have to acknowledge it, but I do have a question, one question, not the first question, but I do have a question to you, Mr. Moffat, about the Two Doctors episode. Um, and as you recall, you do know that the Two Doctors episode was an episode of the Six Doctors era, where he encountered the second Doctor and an older Jamie companion. And my question is, if you could explain it or just think about it for me, because here's the thing: is it possible that Uh, we know that the Doctor was taken out of time, but he was getting older, and the first thing he did when he was taken out of time was he restored the memory to Jamie, his companion. I'm sure he did that to his other companion, Zoe, I believe. So, this is a confusing part because the Sixth Doctor didn't remember any of this, and he didn't remember having remote control. He never had a remote control for the TARDIS. David Tennant did, but um, is it possible that if the second Doctor wasn't taken out of time, and he has the memories that he regenerated and everything, is it possible that at some point in time in the future, the Doctor can degenerate back into its previous selves, and then they could resume their life growing older and regenerate again? I mean, I don't know. I mean, is degeneration possible? And is the second Doctor actually the 21st Doctor? I mean, that's the question I have. I mean, if it isn't possible, or if it wasn't an example of degeneration, then how many missing adventures did we have with the second Doctor where our Doctor doesn't remember any of it? You know what I'm saying? And if the Time Lords did take the second Doctor out of time, I mean, what's the risk that he could have been killed and every aspect of the Doctor could have been erased? I mean, that's the question I have. I mean, I really need it explained with the second Doctor. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. I mean, if you could. I don't think it would affect continuity in your series or what's going on now. But if you can just enlighten me, and because you're such a genius, if you could like kind of make it where it's this lowly matrix so it can understand it, we greatly appreciate it. All right, and once again, Mr. Moffat, I do want to say I do appreciate you and the fact that you've brought Doctor Who to America to be filming, and you've made it what it is today. And I know there are times that you probably question if it's worth it. And you know what, sir? It is worth it because the amount of smiles that you put on children's faces, my two kids, the smiles that you put on their faces, other kids in America, and I'm sure in your hometown, it is well worth it, sir. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for you sacrificing time with your family and everything to make a wonderful experience for my family of Doctor Who. And I do really, really appreciate it. And I don't think enough people thank you. I've heard people giving you death threats and everything else, and that's crazy. But I just hope that this compliment reaches you, sir, and that you know that not all fans are negative and they're against you. And we do have a heart and we do have a passion like you, not as powerful as you do because you actually accomplished your dream of doing Doctor Who. So I do appreciate you, sir, and thank you again. And I do hope that you remain after Matt Smith and take on the 12th Doctor as well. All right, and I do hope that when the time comes that you write the script for the Doctor Who movie. Okay, I know you're gonna not disappoint us. I know that rule number one, the Doctor lies, and Stephen Moffat has to respect and keep Doctor Who interesting for the fans because you don't want to have too many spoilers. I mean, too many spoilers ruin the show. That's true. But there's going to be spoilers. You can't avoid that. But you could try to like block some of it, which you do. So I do appreciate everything, and I can't wait to watch Doctor Who on September 1st, Saturday, with the kids, with my boys. So, all right, this is Matrix Lord 212 signing off, and thank you, Mr. Moffat.